Hi, welcome to the Light of Deception. Today I'm going to continue in the series Mystical Deception under the Major Link booklets. You will find mysticism or mystic isms. We've already went through that part of the series. Next to that, I actually took a step back and talked about enneagrams or enneagrams. And then I got back into it and we talked about the minor link there that is called warning videos. We covered that. And then I went back to what is it to be deceived? So the link is just called deceived. What is it like to be deceived, or how do you know when you are deceived? Today I'm going to be looking at the Bible teacher here on the site. It's Pastor Chris Quintana from Old Path Theology. He goes over the many different deceptions that he sees in the church, that he's been seeing coming in the church in his 35 years of being in the Word of God, teaching the Word of God, and being able to relate that to deceptions, the emergent church movement, the seeker-friendly movements. It's going to be covering definitely liberal theology in the churches, and it's just going to be looking at the mysticism that's also creeping in the churches. He has a segment in the White is the Gate series from Carol Matriciana, late Carol Matriciana. She did a fantastic job putting together, coming out of India and being able to tell us what was going on in today's Christian churches. Has been born and raised there. And Chris had an opportunity to go ahead and take all these things dealing with idols before God and mysticism and mystical practices and deception and the wolves in sheep's clothing and put that into his segments in the White is the Gate series. So you'll find Bible teachings there too, chapter by chapter, verse by verse, cover to cover kind of teachings there. He has a link. You can follow him, Rightly Dividing the Truth, has many, many different Bible teachings by Pastor Chris Quintana, and now he has his new Old Path Theology where he's going through 1 Corinthians right now. He's usually teaching through the Old and the New Testament all at one time. So I'm going to be able to go here and kind of take a look here. It says Through the Bible with Pastor Chris Quintana. So again, it's chapter by chapter, verse by verse, cover to cover teachings through the Bible, and you'll have a link there to his new Old Path Theology website. Old Path Theology YouTube channel is up, and then Rightly Dividing the Word is actually where you'll find some of his older teachings, and all the way up until he moved to Texas, which was in the beginning of March of this year, 2020. And then Answers for the Day with it's not Carol, it's Terry Reynolds, right? From Calvary Chapel. I believe he's in Costa Mesa. Now, Pastor Chris Quintana used to be the main teacher at Calvary Old Path in Cyprus, and then moved to Texas and went along with the same thing, Old Path Theology, keeping his teachings through the Word of God. What I'm going to do is click into the Old Path Theology. I'll let you know. Under the media section, you're going to find his latest teachings. And he is definitely going through Deuteronomy, which is the Old Testament teachings, and 1 Corinthians. And then from time to time, he'll have various topics that he'll be in current event. And his latest messages are here. So you can go into his link right there on the side of the Light of Deception site under booklets, the minor link Bible teacher. Underneath that, you'll find one of the teachings from Answers for Today. This one is with Dr. Andy Woods. So it would be Terry Reynolds, Pastor Chris Quintana, and Dr. Andy Woods talking about what's going on in today's churches as far as deception and globalism. Liberal theology is under that, making its way into the Christian churches. There's another one that's called Watch Ye Therefore, which is a 2018 Great Lake Conference, Prophecy Conference, where he talked about the state of the modern church. That one's really great. Then the White is the Gate Conference with Chris Quintana. You'll see that there's false prophets. It's going to be talking about ravishing wolves in sheep's clothing. What is a seeker-friendly church is underneath that. What is dominionism and the church? That one's there underneath that. And then underneath that is the emergent church. Then another teaching on the liberal church, modern paganism, with Love for the Truth Radio. Again, another one with Love for the Truth is radios with Cindy Hartline. And it's apostasy in the church. Okay, next to that is what is contemplative spirituality. Be careful. Ancient practices, going back to the Desert Father practices and Gnosticism and tapping into ancient knowledge. Underneath that is deception in the church, old path, part 1. It says the old path, so you're finding the old path, right? And then it's parts 1 and 2 are here for you. And underneath that would be part 2. So it says 1 of 4 and then 2 of 4 are there for you. There's many pastors talking to you about what they're seeing coming into the churches, and they're staying to the old path that you would find in Jeremiah. I believe it's 6:16. Yep. Sticking to the old path. Okay, and then the white is the gate segments are here for you, so you can see those. The emergent new Christianity, part 1 and 2 are here for you. Underneath that is session 1, the uncompromising word, which is what you need to stand on so you're not tossed to and fro by every wind of doctrine. You'll know the word so you know when the false light comes. You know how the Satan himself appears as an angel of light. So be very careful in these days. What sounds good, is it good? Question it. The who, what, where, when, why questions to see if it's actually true and actually biblical. Okay, that is there for you. And then underneath that is a watchman. So that's Chris Quintana talking about that and refuting emergent church ideas. Same thing there. And then the last one on the page is session 5. The religious left joins the secular left. So be very cautious. This one is the Spirit and the Bride says come. Again, that's 2017 Calvary Chapel Appleton Prophecy Conference. They have it yearly. I hope that everything that you find on this site on the light of deception will help you stay out of the false light of the deception. It is that light that is actually darkness. It's the captivating light that draws you in, right? And before you know it, you are on your way off path, off where what the Bible teaches. And like hashtag the Bible, you'll find your truth always in the Word of God alone. So if somebody is telling you to follow me, I have a new way, stick to the old path. I pray that you do that and stay out of the light of deception. Thank you. Until next time.